What's up, guys? Welcome to day 2 of the Argonite Raid Shadow Legends account. I just want to give you guys some progress, showing you what we've been up to. So we now have Keberon, Plagueis, and Pelops, 3-star ascended. So we've unlocked those um, passive abilities that we were talking about yesterday. Which was really nice. It was a lot of clicking. We ended up using a fair few of our auto battles, and we were getting low on energy. So we were, and I don't know if you guys know this, new accounts. It's a great resource for some energy, for some other things. Like here, 5 superior arcane potions. That's really handy. I'm sure I'll be grabbing that at some point. Just letting energy kind of regenerate at the moment. But if you guys notice, we are really low on gems. So show you what we did with those. We got our gem mine to level 2. Really going to try to get that level 3, because with a level 3 mine, I think it only takes... I did the math at some point in time, and it comes out to about 2 months, 3 weeks, so about 3 months for it to pay off the 1,500 gems that you invest into it. However, after that, it's a great resource. Long-term account plans here, so investing that early. And then the other thing we did was we unlocked all of Keberon's masteries. Was this smart? No, not really. I wouldn't really advise anyone, new players, to do that, but it does help so much, and it helped me finish the hard, or I'm sorry, the brutal campaign. So we've gone and claimed our sacred shard from that. Haven't started working on Nightmare yet. I'm not sure if this lineup will be good for that yet. We're gonna play around with that later. Because I can't even really remember what this reward tree is like. I mean, the gems are nice, the silver's nice. Just don't know if there's anything really worth grabbing. Because, we've got the event going on. And with the event, the anniversary path, we ended up getting quite a few tokens, and we're not really going for the fusion per se, but there was a good I saw an opportunity to possibly um, do some relic crafting, some early game, and I went with the Alice just because that I wanted the 2.4% of getting the. Let's see if I can show you guys. If we go to relic crafting, go to collection, Alice Adventures, the Cat's Gaze. That's what I was talking about. So rolled that for the 2.5% chance of getting the Cat's Gaze. We did not hit on that. I believe we hit on the worst relic that you could possibly get with the Unholy Grail. So some fodder there. Oh, and I totally forgot to show you guys. So because of the timing of when we made our account, we got access to the calendar, which dropped the Gorescent, or Gora Crescent. So we've got that on our Keberon, as well as some really nice runes. I'm not really sure what these are called. Let's see, what are they called? Relics. Nope. Gemstones. There we go. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna see if we end up getting enough. We're gonna need 5K, a day and a half. I'm not sure we'll get there, but we'll get some relic for the celestial crystals, and that will give us, I believe, don't quote me, but if we go, that's not what I meant to click. If we click here, there we go, and we go to the Wings of Winter. I mean, there's some decent ones in here. I mean, the 2.5% of the legendary is not very likely, but you've got the Howling Guardians, Dark Smile Toast. I mean, that's not very great. That's not very good, but yeah, I don't know. Just trying to get the most out of this account. Let's see what we're doing with our challenges. So we're almost. Yeah, I mean, after we do this, we'll get stuck, so we'll have to get to gold 1, and that'll be difficult. Although I say that, and we've actually been enjoying quite a bit of success in Arena. We're in silver 3. I mean, I could see us getting to silver 4. And these guys with their, I mean, like, this is a strong team. You've got Pelops, We've got Tholan, Stagnite, Kale. Let's see. I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm still figuring out this PV. I mean, we're running an auto. The good news is we've got a really quick. Well, I say that, not quick enough. So he almost kills himself. But we need to get the shield up. I mean, like right there, the Stagnite's petrified. Tholan's not getting the HP burn, but I mean, either way, it's wraps. I mean, this combination does so well. It's so nice. It's so nice. So yeah, we're thriving there. But yeah, I mean, really, the Ascension was so great. We're taking advantage of the fact that, you know, this first week, all of these Spirit Keeps were unlocked, and I believe we got down to stage 10 on all of them. Force Keeper 11. Force Keep's a bit easier. So about the magic, the Spirit Keep's tough because I don't have like a heal reduction. So I mean, she just goes back to full HP every time she takes a turn. But in terms of, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this messy collection we've got going here. Let's get all these guys out of here. So we do have the Apothecary 5-star ascended, and this is because we had a mission. We had one of the progression missions, which I'll show you guys where we're at here. We're almost at our second sacred shard of the, I guess it would be the third sacred of the account, but our second sacred shard. And one of the tasks is, you know, you have 2 of them, and it's to ascend a champion to 5-star ascension. The legendaries are just out of the question. I mean, it took forever just to get the 6 to get them to 3 stars. However, to 5-star ascend from 3 stars, it's another 9 superior potions, and that's too much. We don't have the energy. We don't have any of that. However, we did get Apothecary day 1, and I forgot to show you guys Apothecary. Apothecary is great. He's an early game Fire Knight, attacks 3 times at random, so you know, for the shield. You've got Ally Heal on a 2-turn cooldown, and then you've got a 3-turn increased speed buff, fill up turn meters. It's very basic, but it fills a very critical role in a team. In our team, a very lacking role per se. And I was peeping, you know, we do have Tagore here, and maybe I'm just hurting myself by leaving him in the inbox. But you know, if we peep Tagore, he eventually will be our increased speed champ, but he doesn't have the turn meter increase. You know, he's placing a shield. You know, we've got Pelops placing the magma shield. You've got an attack on enemy, increased speed, and heal. It's really, I mean, you guys know Tagore is great. However, rare champions. Well, he's in my inbox. You know, maybe there's a champ chase coming up, and we can get some rewards by claiming that. But also, Apothecary's great. He was really easy. He was really cheap to get the 5-star ascension. Because if you guys don't know, like a legendary, and I'll demonstrate this. Like a legendary, each ascension increase takes superior potions, whereas well, I don't have any non-ascended champs in there, but let's grab like a blue and then a green and just kind of show you. So like here, you know, okay, you're getting eventually to get the 3-star, you're gonna have to use a few of the medium, but you know, these guys, I mean, it's so cheap. I mean, look at that. And if we got them 3 stars, I'm sure this would go up incrementally. So it's really easy. And a strategy that's really useful for these early game accounts is, instead of doing what I did, is instead of getting like an Apothecary up to 5 stars, what you really want to do is be trying to get your first 6-star legendary. In my case, it's going to be Keberon, but you know, with the priority of getting him 6 stars, you need 5-star chickens. So one of the best strategies is you take a champion like Crusader all the way up to 5 stars, and then you ascend him to 5 stars. Incredibly cheap. You use like 20 of these small potions, and then you can use him as the 5-star chicken, and it doesn't matter because you didn't really waste that many potions. For me, however, Apothecary is a champ that I see myself using. I don't think he'll become a chicken immediately, so this wasn't really smart. However, I didn't see a better short-term option to complete the task, just because I I was pretty far off of getting somebody like a Crusader up to 5 stars. Apothecary was a bit easier because he was already level 30, um, and I was able to just use some chickens. Um, yeah, I believe we had some 4-star chickens. So, but with Apothecary, yeah, I mean that's gonna greatly help our Demon Lord team. We did a couple attacks. So right there we did 4 milli to the easy, and then we almost did 4 milli. We were 200,000 damage away from getting the best chest here. And then the other big news is we're in a new clan. So we are now in the Grindcore, which is actually the clan that my current main account is on. And let's see if I can find myself. Yeah, here we go. Vortex plane down here. Nothing anything crazy. I mean, you can obviously tell where my account struggles with those clan bosses. With that late mid game to late game progression, that's really stopped me from going too much further there. It's still active there, and I'll probably use Vortex Planes attacks to kill these 2 bosses so we get the double chest reward. Interested to see how we stand up against something like hard, but we will test that in the future once we get our Apothecary leveled up a little bit and maybe get some gear on him. In terms of the last thing I got to cover with you guys is the Forge. So we hit level 30, we unlocked the Forge, we were able to claim rank charms through 2 areas of the game. We had the Path where we claimed 3 of each, and then we had the Call of the Arbiter here with these 2 rewards oh nope, not that one. These 2 rewards dropping 10 rarity and rank charms respectively. So with those 13 gems, I ended up crafting a bit of gear, and just went with the Swift Parry, this newly updated set. So in the past, this used to be a 4-piece set that gave like 30% crit damage, like I think it was like 12% speed, and then like 50% chance on killable, which is like cool. I mean, the problem was it was a 4-piece set, and 4-piece sets suck. Now it's a 1 to 9 piece set with crit damage, speed, and then of course you get the 50% unkillable buff at 4 pieces. So went ahead and crafted that, and we got a couple decent rolls, mainly being, attack percent gloves. I mean, the problem is we have crit rate gloves on our Keveron at the moment. So not sure. I mean, we got a few decent pieces, some 5-star. This was our only 6-star craft, unfortunately, but we did get a decent helmet with attack and crit rate, a sword with attack and accuracy, usable stuff. I mean, this, eventually we may get around to re-rolling that, and then the 4-star gear is probably going to get sold. The other stuff that we crafted was the perception gear, which is great gear, especially early game. Getting that early accuracy, and oh, here it is at the very bottom. So we crafted a few of these. We got, those were bad. The big news was we got a 6-star attack percent chest piece for our Keveron, and I can't even begin to explain how important this is. On my main account, I believe I only have like 2 6-star attack percent chest pieces. It's just like one of the things. It's just like one of the hardest things to get rolled right for an attack-based champion. Some people, oh, it's the gloves, oh, it's the speed boots. For me, I don't know. I just always struggle with attack percent chest pieces. I just never get them. So even though the substats are awful, they rolled into HP and resistance. Resistance isn't bad. Not great, but I get the 60% attack, which is what we're looking for. The other decent roll was a 5-star defense percent for our Plagueis. You guys are going to have to catch... Whenever I say Plagueis, I'm talking about Corvus. I don't know why. When I first saw the champion and I saw the Plague Mask, I just started calling him Plagueis. His name is Corvus. So if you have the defense percent on Corvus, and and just kind of give you guys a brief look. We've got 4-star common speed boots paired with our crit rate gloves, so he should be pretty quick in theory. We've also got the 2-piece perception with another 5% speed boost, and then I'd like to eventually on Keberon replace these 2 lifesteal pieces with this helmet and the sword. However, I'm not really interested in spending silver unless I really need to. You know, we've already maxed out our gear enhancement event, so we don't really gain anything from spending, because I know that if I tried to upgrade those 2 pieces to 16, I would run out of money on the first piece. So we're not even going to try it. You know, we don't have the silver pass anymore in the shop, so you know, silver's tight. You know, we do have a few pieces of gear we need to sell, you know, from all the farming we've been doing this early game. However, what I really want to do is wait a little bit on that and then eventually get the clan quest where, you know, we're going to go in and sell a bunch of artifacts and get some quick clan tokens, because I'd love to be able to get the first 5 fragments of Yakarl before reset. Now, that may not happen. It's not a big deal if not, but just something to be on the radar for, because, you know, Yakarl's a champ that's, you know, your heart's stuck on a time limit. You know, it's 5 pieces a week, so you know, to get the 100 pieces, that's 20 weeks. So every week you delay or miss, you know, it's another week added on to how soon you can complete it. And yeah, I'm really close to getting him on my main account, and I definitely slacked off there. I should have had him by now, but he's a great freeze champion. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. We've got, you know, we're building up our ancient shards. I can't even begin to express how tempted I am to pull for Palace. I know that there's like a absolute 0% chance I get her, which sucks, because I would love to just send it and then, you know, but, you know, talking to my friend, I just really want to be better about the shards this account. And then of course you've got Storm Herald Hecaton. And I mean, the account name is Argonite. Like, it's just so tempting. I think I had a flash offer last night as I was going to bed that was like, I think it was 10 void shards for like $15. No, it was probably $20. I think it was $20. But it was like 10 voids for $20, and I was like, man, for $2 a pull, you know, the chance to get this guy. But, you know, you just gotta remember that in raid, the odds of you actually getting these legendaries are so poor. And you can really hurt the longevity of account by just saying YOLO on like a 1% chance. Maybe you get that. Maybe you hit the 1 in 100 and it makes your account absolutely legendary, but I don't want to re-roll. You know, I got incredibly lucky to get Keberon. I don't want to redo this, and I don't want to stunt this account. So we're just not going to do that. And also, I don't want to spend. You know, right now the account's free to play. You know, my buddy who's kind of helping me with his account, you know, we talked about like the apprentice path. You know, it's $15 and it gives you those chickens to get that 6-star champ. You know, however, I'd hate to, and you know, just to show you guys, we haven't been doing any spending. You know, we still got the any purchase, all these rewards. You know, we haven't, and I'd like to not, you know, especially with these gacha games. You know, it's especially when there's no guarantee. You know, if this was a, you know, Cassandra sucks, but like if Glorious Patelis, you know, had a, you know, pull 50 shards and you're guaranteed to get her or something, you know, similar to like the Sacred, where if you pull 10, you're guaranteed to get Cassandra. I'd love to do that for literally either one of these, but there's no guarantee, and you could drop $100, get nothing, and then you're down that bunny hole or the rabbit hole of, do I spend another $100? You know, do I? Because I think I watched someone yesterday pull like 1,000 ancient shards, and they got like 10 legendary pools, and not a single one of them was even the progressive chance. So you've also got that. But yeah, for this account especially, to have either one of them would be absolutely legendary, but that's just not to be. And then of course, I mean, there's no way we're going for Cassandra. She's got a very good kit. However, 10 Sacred Shards is absolutely absurd. I'm not spending that amount of money. And yeah, that's just off the table. But we're cranking up. We're level 33, so we're gonna be unlocking Chimera here relatively soon. So we'll be able to start doing Chimera. We're how far away? So we've got Doom Tower at level 40. Oh wow, Cursed City isn't until 52. I did not realize it was. You know what's funny about Raid is you really crank through levels. You know, this account's 2 days old. We're level 32. My account that I've had for 6 months, or I think it's 5 months now, is level 60. So we're more than halfway to where my other account is at after 5 months in 2 days. So this will really, yeah, we'll probably continue to really push until 40, maybe even maybe 45, 40, 45. We'll start slowing down. But it would be really nice to get Doom Tower unlocked. It is resetting soon, I believe, so I don't know if I'll even be able to utilize that or even have a team worth climbing. I mean, I'm just really excited to see how this kind of lineup works against the different bosses. You know, because we've got the shield for Scarab, we've got, yeah, I mean, it's just exciting. So, anyways, that's where we're at. Tonight, we're going to be trying to get the Sacred Shard. You know, just keep progressing this mission, and then we're gonna possibly look at the Nightmare campaign. The only constraint we're gonna be running into is energy. So, and, you know, we don't have any gems to buy energy, so we're gonna be looking around and trying to make the most out of this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Once again, if you guys any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.